Elijah and Elisha were prophets in the northern kingdom of Israel during 9th century BCE, a time of great political unrest and religious crisis. Israel had turned from worshiping Yahweh to following Baal, especially under King Ahab and his wife Jezebel. Elijah boldly confronted this idolatry, most famously in the showdown with the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. And called the people back to covenant faithfulness. One of the most powerful symbols in Elijah's story is his mantle. It represented his prophetic authority and God's calling. When Elijah was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind, he passed his mantle to Elisha, and spiritually transferring his role as God's prophet. When Elisha picked up the mantle and struck the Jordan River with it, the waters parted as they just had for Elijah, signaling the Spirit of God now rested on him. This mantle symbolizes continuity, calling, and divine power. Through it, Elisha did not just inherit a title, he inherited a mission to confront injustice, perform miracles, and speak God's truth during one of Israel's darkest and spiritual times.
The first theme is the supremacy of God over idols. A verse that supports this is Elijah went before the people and said, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. If Baal is God, follow him." But the people said nothing. The second theme of the story is the power of faith and obedience. A verse that supports this is Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay there, the Lord has sent me to Bethel." But Elijah said, "As surely as the Lord lives, and as you live, I will not leave you." So they went down to Bethel. The third theme is God's faithfulness to provision. The jar of flour is not used up, and the jug of oil did not run dry, in keeping with the word of the Lord spoken by Elijah. The fourth theme is confronting corruption and idolatry. When he saw Elijah, he said to him, "Is that you, you troubler of Israel?" "I have not made trouble for Israel," Elijah replied, "but you and your father's family have. You have abandoned the Lord's command and have followed the Baals." The fifth theme of the story is trusting God in uncertainty. So he did what the Lord had told him. He went to the Kirith ravine, east of the Jordan, and stayed there. The ravens brought him bread and meat in the morning, and bread and meat in the evening, and he drank from the brook. How all of this relates to Jesus is the lives of Elijah and Elisha foreshadowed Jesus through the miracles they performed, revealing God's omnipotence, providing, and bringing life. Like Jesus, particularly in the Eucharist, Elijah's ascension and the passing of his cloak to Elijah represent how Jesus conveyed his authority to the apostles, with the Holy Spirit empowered to continue his work. Elijah also foreshadows John the Baptist, who prepared the way for Jesus and began